welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Eli Manning and the New York Giants offense out there. And for Eli, a lot of questions this offseason. The Giants GM would not commit to whether Eli would return for his 16th season in the red and blue.
I know his head coach, Pat Shurmur, talked about him down the stretch and said they can win games with Eli, not just 2018, but beyond. We shall see. Things aren't quite the same for him. He's up there in years, but with Saquon Barkley running it, a chance to throw it to Odell Beckham Jr. and Sterling Shepard out wide, the key for the GM of the Giants.
And right away, he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Wide open receiver complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On third down, Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Giants set to get the football back, and they're coming off a 5-11 season. Now, look, that's an improvement from 2017, but still it's 8-24 the last 2 years. Okay, you talked about earlier. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Wilson letting one go deep. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The New York Giants offensively, their starters, and one guy out wide to take a look at, Sterling Shepard.
A really mature man in every way coming out of Oklahoma. Personally and professionally. You can play him out wide, play him in the slot. He can return punts for you. He's a dynamic playmaker.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Breaks through the contact. Caught left side. It's Beckham. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A great rookie season for Barkley, over 1,300 rushing yards, 2nd in the NFL, 11 rushing touchdowns. Also a big asset in the passing game, 91 catches, most by a rookie in NFL history.
Yeah, second only to Christian McCaffrey in 2018, not counting the rookie status at all. How about 2,028 yards from scrimmage, which led the NFL, 15 total touchdowns. He ended up breaking 94 tackles. A lot of people said he didn't run inside. Oh, he did, and he broke those tackles and made plays downfield. And don't forget this about this guy. Those numbers would normally win Rookie of the Year going away. He'll be in a real battle with Baker Mayfield from Cleveland for that honor.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, Look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Manning will try again on second down. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Okay, partner, got to fit in some Super Bowl chatter here. We're going to have New England and the L.A. Rams, two teams that had to go on the road and win their respective conference titles.
And think about this. The Patriots, who went to 8 straight AFC championship games, back in the Super Bowl yet again, yet they believe they're the underdogs and feel like the whole world is against them. How did they get to adopt that posture? But it's working for them.
And remember, by the way, the Patriots, their first Super Bowl win was against the Rams back in their St. Louis days.
So a lot has changed for the Rams since then. And the Patriots, consistently the most successful team in the NFL. This is going to be fun.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Looking for Baldwin. Intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the
First down.
conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. And Dixon, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skills.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. And they have forced now 4 turnovers, Mr. Davis. How've they been so effective?
It's hard to get a read on them if you're on offense because they're coming from different angles, different formations, different looks. But bottom line is, if I'm the defensive coordinator, Anything on my play sheet appears to be working right now. You point it out all the time when we call games. Once they get that first one, it becomes a frenzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's snowballed here in this one. Now a first carry for their fullback. And just shutting him off there. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it? Taking care of the football. He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 14-0 is our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Working from the gun, Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. Hot route, so to speak.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On second down, here's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And Ingram holds it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Barkley. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. You know, last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Wilson on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And by the way, need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge tournament is still open in MUT Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm wondering.
Get in.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin, 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again is Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This is 3rd and goal, and this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Wilson will throw again. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference, as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Shreds the tackle. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel. Yeah. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Let's go, D. Big series right now.
On first down, Wilson. And bulldozing his way through. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more pressure.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll go to Barkley again. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing is Manning on third down. He dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Rosas puts this one through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
There he goes inside the 30. And the tight end Dixon left side. And down to the 29-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference, defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who throw it.
Throwing is Wilson. And he floats one there, incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. That'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. It's the Giants with possession of the 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and he gets it down to the 32. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Manning going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down. Now Manning again. This will be caught at about the 5. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go play action here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard from 6 yards away. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it 24-13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.